Most people believe that change starts with motivation. They think if they just push harder, wake up earlier, or force discipline, their life will finally improve. But neuroscience shows something uncomfortable. Your life is not controlled by motivation. It is controlled by patterns that exist below your awareness. These patterns live in the subconscious mind, and they quietly decide what you do, what you avoid, and what feels possible long before you ever make a conscious choice. The subconscious mind is not mystical. It is biological. It is a system built to keep you alive, not successful. It learns through repetition, emotion, and survival, not through logic or intention. This is why people can understand exactly what they should do, yet still fail to do it. Knowledge alone does not reprogram the brain. Awareness alone does not change behavior. The subconscious only responds to what feels familiar and safe. Scientists estimate that more than 90% of human behavior is driven by subconscious processes. That means most of your daily decisions are made before you are aware of them. By the time you feel like you decided to procrastinate, avoid a task, or scroll your phone, the decision has already been made at a deeper level. Your conscious mind simply creates a story to explain it. This is why change feels exhausting. You are trying to use a small, energy-limited conscious mind to fight a powerful automated system. And the automated system almost always wins. To understand how to reprogram the subconscious mind, you must first understand how it was programmed in the first place. Your subconscious did not form through careful thinking. It formed through experience, especially early experience. During childhood, the brain operates largely in theta brainwave states. This is the same brainwave state observed during hypnosis and deep imagination. In this state, the brain absorbs information without critical filtering. Whatever is repeated becomes truth. Whatever is emotionally charged becomes identity. The subconscious is listening, even when the conscious mind is not. If you repeatedly heard criticism, your subconscious learned to expect rejection. If you grew up in instability, your subconscious learned that chaos feels normal. If effort was met with punishment or embarrassment, your subconscious learned that trying is dangerous. None of these beliefs were chosen. They were installed, and the subconscious does not forget them just because you grew older. The most important thing to understand is that the subconscious does not track time. It does not distinguish between past and present. It reacts to the world through patterns built long ago. So when you face a situation that resembles an old emotional memory, the subconscious responds automatically. Fear appears without explanation. Resistance shows up without logic. Self-doubt feels real even when nothing is actually wrong. This is why people sabotage opportunities that consciously matter to them. Success threatens old identity. Growth threatens familiar pain. And the subconscious always chooses the known over the unknown, even when the known is uncomfortable. From a survival perspective, this makes sense. From a modern life perspective, it creates invisible prisons. Many people believe affirmations will reprogram the subconscious. They repeat positive statements, hoping the brain will accept them. But the subconscious does not respond to words alone. It responds to congruence. If a statement directly contradicts an existing belief, the brain experiences it as a threat, not a solution. This is why affirmations often create frustration instead of change. Reprogramming requires working with the subconscious, not against it. The subconscious is most receptive in specific mental states. When the brain is relaxed but focused, subconscious learning increases. This happens naturally just before sleep, just after waking, during deep focus, or during calm visualization. In these states, the conscious mind quiets down and the subconscious becomes accessible. This is why habits formed around sleep routines, morning rituals, and nightly reflections are so powerful. You are not forcing change. You are installing it when the system is open. Repetition is the language of the subconscious. Whatever you repeat, you reinforce. This includes thoughts, behaviors, emotional reactions, and even internal self-talk. The brain strengthens pathways that are used frequently and weakens those that are not. This process is known as neuroplasticity. It is not optional. It is happening all the time. The danger is that most people repeat patterns they claim to hate. They rehearse worry. They replay failure. They repeat stories about limitation. The subconscious does not judge content. It simply learns frequency. Emotion is what locks these patterns in place. Emotional intensity signals importance to the brain. This is why embarrassing moments are remembered so clearly and why emotionally neutral events are forgotten. To change a subconscious program, the new pattern must carry emotional weight, but not stress. Calm certainty is more effective than forced excitement. Identity is the final layer. Your subconscious is designed to protect your sense of self. If you identify as someone who struggles, your brain will unconsciously recreate struggle to stay consistent. This is not self-sabotage out of weakness. It is identity preservation. Change becomes sustainable only when identity shifts, not by pretending to be someone else, but by updating the internal definition of who you are becoming. Awareness is the entry point. You cannot reprogram a system you do not observe. The moment you notice resistance, procrastination, or emotional discomfort, you are witnessing a subconscious program. Instead of reacting, pause. Ask what belief is being protected. Often the belief is not obvious. It hides behind rational excuses, but when observed calmly, it begins to loosen. Safety is critical. The subconscious does not update under attack. Harsh self-criticism strengthens defensive programs. Gentle awareness signals safety, and safety allows learning. Visualization becomes effective when it is believable. The subconscious rejects fantasy, but accepts familiarity. This is why imagining small improvements works better than imagining extreme outcomes. Visualize yourself acting calmly, consistently, and competently in situations you already face. Let the emotional tone be grounded, not dramatic. Pair visualization with physical action. Action provides evidence. Evidence updates belief. Even small actions matter. One consistent behavior performed daily speaks louder to the subconscious than 1,000 intentions. Language also plays a powerful role. The subconscious listens to how you describe yourself and the world. Words frame reality. Saying, "I always procrastinate," reinforces permanence. Saying, "I'm learning to respond differently," keeps the brain adaptable. Precision in language creates flexibility in identity. Your environment constantly programs your subconscious. Repeated exposure becomes normalization. If your environment reinforces distraction, fear, or urgency, your nervous system adapts to it. Changing inputs changes internal states. This includes what you watch, what you listen to, and the pace at which you live. Stillness is uncomfortable because it removes distraction and reveals underlying patterns. But stillness is where subconscious material surfaces. Even a few minutes of quiet observation daily strengthens self-regulation and emotional awareness. Pattern interruption is another powerful tool. The subconscious relies on predictability. Small changes in routine, posture, breathing, or timing disrupt autopilot behavior. This creates a brief window where new choices become possible. Sleep plays a critical role in reprogramming. During sleep, the brain consolidates memory and integrates learning. Poor sleep locks old patterns in place. Improving sleep quality alone can shift mood, impulse control, and motivation. Reprogramming does not happen overnight. The brain changes through consistency, not intensity. Each time you respond differently, even slightly, you weaken the old program. Over time, the new response becomes familiar. Familiar becomes safe. Safe becomes automatic. Eventually, effort fades. The behaviors that once required discipline begin to feel natural. This is not because you forced yourself, but because the subconscious is no longer resisting. Your subconscious mind is not broken. It is efficient. It is loyal to past programming. When you update that programming, the entire system reorganizes. The goal is not to become someone new. The goal is to remove outdated patterns that no longer serve your current life. When the subconscious works with you instead of against you, progress stops feeling like a fight and starts feeling inevitable. And this is only the beginning.